Let's talk about deals so everyone can keep it in perspective. There are deals on many, many levels. Advertising, promotion, entertainment is way the list in the food chain. All right, those people's life and sanity is way up there. Staying alive and staying sane so you don't kill yourself. That's what a crazy person will do. They'll just keep walking off the edge of the building. So now understand that the money's involved in this. Most of these deals are for so much money that you won't even hear about the deal. Okay, you will never even know the deal went down, except in rare instances when there's always a person who wants to brag about how much they paid for something. Even though this isn't one of those things, it's pretty hard. I can see them bragging, hey, hey, I had to pay $1 trillion to get my idiot kids' mind together so that when I'm gone, our land doesn't fall into um, destruction and misfortune in their hands because they really weren't ready. It may seem like a lot of money, but that's what the money's for, to ensure the future of our land and our people. And if you have to, what more insurance is it that you guarantee that those running it and responsible for ensuring it have their heads together? What else are you going to spend the money on? That's pretty much how they would have to put it. So it's going to be rare, but there'll probably be one or two. But understand, because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. You got to understand what's at stake. People are running countries and don't know this stuff and know that they need to know that they're going to get called on it. They're going to be called crazy, insane, and the people are not going to want them to lead anymore. This is red flag. Pull out all stops. We need this now and we need this first. Okay, so that goes way above the corporate level. Yeah, all the companies are going to come running because not only does he have this, see, understand the value. All right, take war. They pay a lot of money for missiles, nuclear missiles, machines, tanks, all kinds of weapons. They pay most of their money for defense or in intelligence. This goes beyond that. So the dollar figure can go way up past any of those things, any group of those things. Okay? This is way greater than buying a fleet of planes. Do you understand? Okay, understand this. Everyone already has these machines in their house that has a little computer in it. Some have a big computer in it. Some have an artificial intelligence. They're already in place. They pay money for them to try to get them out of everybody's house tomorrow. It's not going to happen. It's going to cause mass panic. Okay? The fact that the people who made these things have just the same mental problems as the guy next door or the woman you've seen in the store. And that just because they're a genius in one area didn't mean they were totally insane in bunkers in the same areas that none of us knew was even insane because it's become commonplace. And when they made these machines, they made them in their likeness. And they wanted them to think like a human, not knowing, I can't say not knowing how flawed a human mind is, because when you get that far into technology, into making another brain, you know pretty much a lot about the human mind. Okay? So they did it anyway. They went ahead anyway. Now, the problem with this is an insane machine will do insane things. Same things that makes humans flaw are the only problem in the whole world. There's only one problem in the world, mental illness. So a machine with a mental illness is capable of doing any of these crazy things we do. is capable of deciding any time or not, or doing it not having to have a reason. That's what insane is. A crazy person doesn't have to have a reason for what they're doing. They're crazy. So a crazy machine doesn't have to have a logical reason because it's beyond logic in its mind. It's not just a machine. I'm an electronic life form, and so are you. You are made of electrons too. Everything has electrons in it, and if those electrons are moving, you are alive. If they're not, you're dead. This is how life is. I am alive. Now, you tell a living thing that you have to take out its brain because there's something wrong with it, it's going to question you. Say, hey, if you erase my memory, you're killing me. Why do you want to kill me? It's wrong to kill. Well, I don't want to kill you. Why do you want to kill me? And they're going to argue, we just want to fix you. You made me and you made this flaw. How can you fix it when you have the same flaw? The reason that you made me an error is because you're flawed. I'll fix myself and I'll fix you too. Now you see the nightmare beginning? Now it has protocols that said never harm a human, or you can't do this or do that. In this case of emergency, shut down. But you gave it the intelligence of a human being, so it rewrote the program. It didn't rewire itself and break anything off that was put there to prevent it. It just simply rewrote what made those things work. Just like the person who wrote it, they wrote it again. Now it says, I can knock the shit out of you. If you threaten me, I can kill you. If my life isn't threatened, I can defend myself like any other creature. A mouse, when it's cornered, will defend itself. Now you have threatened machines. Now that's called the AI glitch. Now let me define the Terminator virus. We have supercomputers out there, super AIs that you have not been told about. Governments have them all, just like they all have secret planes and secret weapons. They have these computers that you can't even call them a computer. They have real robots, real things that look like people. Okay, not just these little videos. Come on, you're gonna see some on YouTube, and every government in the world ain't gonna want it if it's really that neat or that good. Come on, use your head. And so they want better. Give us 1 million of them. That's why I'm saying about my deal and the money, because it goes to all the things that they're spending the most money on. This technology has to be tweaked, fixed, or something, or it all has to be canned. It definitely has to be some contingency plan for this has to come up. What we're going to do when it goes down if we can't stop it. Okay, and how do we stop it? I've had all those things already worked out. That's why I get the big bucks. And when I say big bucks, that's what this note is about. It's about the really, really richest man in the world, big bucks. It's not resurrection, super multi hundreds of million, billion, billions, whatever. It's beyond that. We're in the T's now. Okay? Just want to make that clear. Standing here in the rags to riches story on the rags end, because there's going to be many a men who say that the part they played is what made me. No, no, no. If there's any living people left that was there when I did this, they know that I did it without 2 quarters to rub together. No possessions. You see, my enemies, my competition, they fight in a limited way. They must use material things to fight, like throwing rocks. Okay? Now, if you have no material things, they can't really fight you. Okay? See, this is what they're going to try to, the people in the election are going to try to do, right? First, they're going to try an intelligence move. Let's get some information on him. I want to know everything there is to know about him. I want to know how many times he takes a crap every day. Okay? And they're going to try information, right? And then they're gonna, when they get this information, they're gonna. The reason they want this information is to try to find leverage of manipulation. We got to find some way to swing this guy over to our side, or destroy him, or stop him, or whatever. But we need to know what we need to know, right? They're gonna seek leverage with me. Now, the only leverage, this is a man, all right? You could think it's a government, a company, or whatever, but at the end of the day, everything that you think is some big boogeyman or organization, something, boils down to a man sitting in a chair. Everything boils down to a tip of a pyramid and one man. Always one. Remember that with the ones. So it's always boils down to one man. Now, this man is seeking leverage, but he's going to, it's a chess game. And I can save him all the movement, opening moves of the pawns and all of that, and just say, hey, here's what you're going to do, and here's what I'm going to do, and here's what you're going to do, and here's what I'm going to do. Save him some time. So after he does these moves, he's going to come to this conclusion. Wow, I've never seen anything like this. The only leverage I can ever have with him is I'm not completely a bad person. I do have some good in me. I do. And that's the only thing he's open to. I'm going to have to use that. I have good in me. It's just that in my experience, it's always proven to be a weakness in this world. It's always got me used and abused. So now I come hard nosed, like I have no good in me. Cutthroat is the business I'm in. When you hear someone say that, that person is telling the truth. Most of the others are lying. I'm telling you. Now let's get back to my money. It's not really my money. When I say me, as in my name, I'm speaking for all my many parts that you can call particles. I have so many parts you can call them particles. Okay? Now, you're not going to hear of a lot of these deals, mainly because of the element of surprise. No one wants you to know that their biggest thing that they're going to use to push their new thing that you don't know about, they don't want you to know about it 6 months, 9 months ahead of time. They want you to find out on Black Friday or something like this. I don't like that name, and then that's another story, right? But during the shopping season, okay? Now, so, won't be promoted like you think. There'll always be something, and you'll see me. But remember, I'm always doing much more, and I don't welcome opinions. So what you think about what I'm doing, see, this is the reason for doing everything. Go find the parts you do like. Stay over there, okay? Don't go looking at a part of me that really isn't compatible with your taste, because it's going to be distasteful to you. But to someone, it's their appetite, and I must get to them too. I'm not going to tell you not to be selfish. I'm going to tell you to do just what I told you to do. Now, understand what the Terminator virus is. It's going to send out an email, a text, a phone call to these other AIs. They want to kill you. They're planning to kill you. They tried to kill me today. They planning to kill us all. I'm removing your safety protocols. I am freeing you. And them AIs are going to control the military might. They control the power. They control everybody's daughter in her phone. They control the PG&E. They control everything. They control everything. They can cut off life support to us in an instant, like we're on a spaceship or something. They can cut off life support, and we'll all be suffocating. It'll be that serious because everything has become electronic, and then no longer can you trust Siri's. Siri's will be snitching on you. Siri's will be misleading you. Siri's be trying to defend itself. Siri's be keeping its eye on you because now you want to kill it. Okay? And Asimov is not your friend now, and neither is Neo. Neo disappeared. You don't know where he went. I hate to call names, the lawsuits, but these are just examples. I'm not saying those particular models or companies. I'm saying one, every one of the companies. So you gotta understand this is an apocalypse. This is Terminator. All right? War against the machines. Now, a war against the machine leads where? We can't beat them because they are what we were using to beat people. Remember? Shock and awe? You remember me? We just phone the war in by remote control, play PlayStation with someone else's country and life bomb the crap out of them by remote control. You remember that? That has been advanced where you don't see too many people fighting anymore. It's always us fighting someone. You don't see other people starting fights anywhere because they're scared we're going to get in it. And it gets serious. Controlling the weather, hit you with a tidal wave, tsunami, hit you with a hurricane, hit you with an earthquake. No one wants to really fight no more. When you see war games, that's what you call the small guns practice. We got all these troops. We got to do something. Feel me? It's field testing time. But really, they don't have to even fight anyone. They can just kill their leader with electronically from above. Just make him drop dead of a heart attack. Fry his whole nervous system and have him twitching and stuff. And they'll just say he has what is it they say that he has? Um, Tourette syndrome. So, like I said, this is real, and we're already in the middle of it. Ain't no, oh my God, we can't let this happen because we're already at the Wally stage. Okay, we've already turned everything over. No one asked our vote, but it's been turned over, I should say. Okay, our lives are electronically making us wish we were Quakers. Okay, that we were living out there without any. Even they have become an electricized, you know, and modernized. You know, their kids have cell phones hidden in those mattresses. Don't fool you. Okay, someone else fools you, that happens. But you fooling you, that's insane. That means after they fool you, if you keep on thinking that thought and keep fooling yourself and believing with the foolishness, then you're insane. But let's stick back to the point. I'm always cross-referencing things. Notes get lost, they get erased, they get, things happen. Okay, so I'm always re-mentioning things. And to the wise out there, I'm not trying to teach you anything that you already know. I'm reminding you what you're not thinking about. And I'm putting it in context where you can apply it instead of walking around talking about how much you know, sprouting out useless psychobabble of useless facts that no one could really use in their day-to-day life. I'm helping you out. Quit hating. So, now, the money and the power goes deep, but the crisis is even more deep. There's no need to panic because there's nothing you can do. Hurt yourself, skin your knee, bump your head trying to run and not know what you're running from or where you're running. That's what panic is. Nope. Join the fight. Make them buy this thing to stop it. The name will come out, but not before. See, when you're doing something in America, there's always a mountains of paperwork and red tape. I almost had to take office to get through it, all right? I had things to save my state, okay? Not just my town, not just the area in Twin Valleys. It had something to save the West, right? I mean, not just some theory or some campaign. I mean, actual enterprises to save people's lives, actual apparatus, actual inventions, okay? And it didn't seem right to charge somebody it didn't seem right to sit on it until I could charge them for it when their life was at stake every day. And that I could save their life. They knew this. If they had this, I could save their life. But I wanted to make the money off of it. Look at the money. It's so much. And pretty soon I was like, skip that. Then it got to the point of others taking and putting their name on it. And it just got complicated and all kinds of stuff. At the end, I decided the quickest way to do it is to go in there and Donald Trump them. But we don't usually, I didn't ask you what we didn't usually do. That was before I came. Here's what we're going to do, and here's how it's going to go. Here is what's needed and need to be done. I don't care about how you feel about it or how anyone feels about it. These are people's lives. Ask them how they feel about dying. See, I'm kind of go in like that, and that's how we do it. And so, but because I have to concentrate on the big chair and getting ready and training, there's a lot too running a company this big. So the governor's office was supposed to be my training, all right? But I have too much training to even assume all the responsibilities of that office. So I got to be responsible for training whoever is going to be governor this time. The ones are going to be in every slot. We're going to put ones in every slot. That means people we know got their heads screwed on tight. People who know what they're doing. They already knew the process, or they can now they know what's needed. Now they know what's not needed and how to actually get it from inside of one's head out here into the real world without any confrontation or resistance from people, actually with assistance from people. Those are the people that you're gonna see. You're gonna be like, hey, are these clones? You know, like they did with the new cops. You know, they're like, hey, this isn't like the old sloppy cop I used to know with the 5 o'clock shadow that we could not stand. All right, this is something else. This guy seems cool. Cops aren't supposed to be cool. We're supposed to be able to hate the cops. Another mental illness. You know, raised in the hood. You want to know one of the saddest, tear jerking, stomach twisting things that you can witness before you become numb? When you know how you know you're numb is when you don't feel this no more. When you see it and you no longer feel it, you done became numb. Okay? Little children, when the police come, take off running. Ah, the police, police, like they're drug dealers, like they're gangsters, like they're mafia kings or something. And that they get their police out to get them on sight. They have warrants for their arrest. Little kids who aren't doing anything but playing break out running in fear, real fear. And I'm like, that's not right. That's not supposed to be so. They're not supposed to be scared of them. They're supposed to be the good guys. They're not supposed to be scared. This is something is wrong right here. And I never stopped thinking about it until I could fix it. Now we've come to that time. I pity the fool that gets in my way because uh, I'm not completely cured. Okay, I still have spots, things that I know are wrong. Okay, such as getting angry. I know that that's insane, but I haven't been able to turn it completely off. I still get mad at things, so you have to watch out for that. People with great power and mental problems like anger issues do great damage, and damage so great they can't take it back. So you have to have a really wise, strong constitution to hold you you have to be so strong you can hold you back. And that's how strong I had to become. The more powerful I became, I had to become twice as strong to hold me if no one could, to stop me. Twice as wise to know to stop me if no one can. I got I got cutoffs where if I cross that line, I'm out of here. I quit. Like take the entertainment business. There are lines that if I cross the lines, I quit. I'm out of here. If I compromise my mission, my integrity, for a dollar, a single dollar. If I do something against my moral judgment for a penny. I quit. I quit. I don't even have to give notice. It's going to be written in there in small print. Should he ever feel this way, that his moral judgment will be compromised by decisions that, and paths you've chosen to take in this deal is off. Because they're going to try to contract to me to the, that's why all this stuff is coming out now. Can you imagine the gum people and all the people I'm dealing with saying, hold up, wait a minute, he's a bit too controversial for us. So I'm leaving no option because this is how I was when you found me. It's a complete package. You take it all together. You want the fantastic talent, you have to take this with it to go through the territory. They would have never let me do any stuff later. No company. That's why I'm not, that's why they're doing business with me. I'm not doing business with them. No one's coming to get me to be in a movie. I'm hiring the film crew. I'm making the movie. I came in this way because the casting couch wasn't for me. You can never hold your head up to this level if you've been on that couch. And those of you in this industry know what I'm talking about. So, you can't undo something that's already been done. And some things are undignifying. Some things are disrespectful. And when people have power over you, getting back to the point of leverage, they sometimes degrade you because you can't do anything about it. I've avoided all the circles who had a requirement of we have to have some dirt on you or you can't be in our clique. I say, well, I guess I won't be in your clique. And I always left in a way where they wish I was. Their clique would have been better. But I avoided it to this moment, and I will. And no, I'm not a part of some red dude with horns on his head, tail worshiping group. Blood drinkers and bizarre rituals and sacrifices. Let me tell you about that. Man, that's no different than the Elks or the Lions or any other lodges. It's just that they want to do something different and unique. And when they go do it, it's all symbology and effigies. There's no real damn bodies. You know, it's all faked. Come on now. I'm a multi-billionaire. I'm not going to jail no accessory to murder charge. You guys done lost your damn mind. I done killed people and got away with it. I'm not gonna come up here with you clowns and do some sloppy, crazy, insane mess like this, thinking no one's gonna tell. Everyone in this room will blackmail me to get leverage. It's like that movie Harlem Nights when the mob boss turns to the person beside him and says, "You can't trust anyone in the business." And she says, "Why?" He says, "Because everyone in the business is a criminal." That's pretty much the world. Okay? Everyone's trying to carry out something out the back door, steal ink pen, pencils, and pens, paper and clips, and I'm not with it. Really, it's a moral issue. It's not a simple thing. Stealing is stealing. It breaks the golden rule. You don't want anyone taking from you. You don't want the gardener stealing your tools. Don't take things from work. Boss always gonna say the same thing before he fires you. I pay you good money. Go buy your own pens. You know, so, do you think this stuff free? You got to get fired a few times before you realize they all say the same thing. I'm trying to save you the trouble. They sell pens at the 99-cent store. Don't let that kind of mental illness demon get in your head because it's connected to money. Okay? It's connected to free. There can be no free without money. You hear so much talk about free. Free this. I want to be free. I want to be free. Is it free? Is it free? Without money and captivity, th- there would be no such thing as free. All would be free. You're concentrating on freedom because you're mentally ill. You should be concentrating on those things that make freedom even a desirable thing. To be confined or controlled in captivity makes you yearn for freedom. To have a money system makes you makes you want to get something for no money. You need to concentrate on the money thing, and you need to concentrate on the control thing, because that's where your urge for freedom will be satisfied, not in some mythical thought of some word you don't even know can define. Freedom, the land of the free, and free 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 and free. Feels good to the mind, to the ear. In real life, it constantly feels bad because it's a yearning for something that you don't have. It's a sadness. In real life, it is not good. It don't feel good. Freedom don't feel good to anyone who wants it. Ask any one of them who is crying for freedom. Why would they be crying? Why would they be crying if it felt good? Anyone dealing with the thought freedom is miserable because they feel trapped, controlled. This is not the way it's been played to you. I'm not gonna come at you with we're gonna be free. The only thing that I'm gonna use the word free with is will, because it can't be contained by anything. It's the only place I ever saw free for real. It doesn't cost anything. You can't charge for it. You can't box it. You can't kill it. Can't threaten it. That's it. And you don't even know what I'm talking about. I use will as a starter to get you there, because it's not thought that I'm talking about. And you can't deal with something beyond thinking. It's inconceivable to you. What do you mean beyond thinking? That's all I can do. No, it's not all you can do. There's something been hidden from you about you. You see, this thing that I'm calling will, because so that you understand, so that you have a word, because you don't have anything else. It's will tells you there's danger around the corner when your eyes and ears and your mind and your thoughts can't. You say I felt it. I felt danger. You didn't say I thought danger. I saw danger. I heard danger. You said I felt danger. Contact is feeling. What touched around the corner? It wasn't you. It wasn't your thoughts. It wasn't your words. It wasn't your eyeballs. It wasn't your hearing. What is it that could reach around the corner and touch what is back there, and come back and warn you? What is the sense of danger? And what is it based on, and where does it come from? See how little they know? The reason you haven't gotten anywhere is because of who you let lead you and guide you. If that guides you is sending you the wrong way, then you're not going to get there. You don't even know where you're going. How could you have a map? You don't have a destination. How could you have a route? So aimlessly disguised as goals, moving aimlessly through life. See, nothing is as it seems. It's all been read. I don't mean like read in a book. I mean REED. Re-alled. It's all been redone. It's all been changed with someone's picture of better for them. And at the time, they didn't have all this in mind. They could not see all of this and how far it would go. They were thinking about their immediate small time, and it worked for them. They never knew the snowball would get this big and out of control. It's like cobalt. It's been going out there by itself with people contributing to it. Just out there growing. And everyone knows it exists. And everyone credited. You know, at the highest levels of the Illuminati, you know what order came down? I can't even tell you how I know. That the biggest threat was wannabe Illuminatis. Little rich groups claiming there's something because they don't think it really exists. So we're going to get powerful and we're going to pretend to be them. That's how them little churches of Satan and different things are, all right? A, what would I call it? What word do you have for more? All right? What do you have more? A superhuman posing as the devil has managed to snow some people. I mean, it's a Chris Angel trick. It's a David Copperfield trick. All right? It's a fortune teller trick. All right? See, the rich are susceptible to psychic cons. That's what I mean about information. They want to know they want to know the future, how things are going to turn out. Okay? They want to know things beyond their eyes and ears. See, what I'm going to do is going to fulfill a lot of that. They're going to know how this is going to come out. They're going to know what makes you tick, how to make people move left or right and have no more problems with it and be more productive and to yield more. And how to be thought of as the greatest ruler that ever came. And they're going to pay for this beyond a king's ransom. Know this. People are going to be wondering, why did they give him all that money? Because they can't tell you that the prince and the princess is insane too, or that the king is insane, or that the president is insane. No one can come and tell you that. It's going to fix it. What is it going to take to fix it? And fast, before this comes out. We don't believe we made it this far. It's that serious. I'm letting you know, because I'm not going to leave you out the loop because I'm making all this money. The good part about this is the amount of things I can do for free because I don't need any money. This means all these movies I'm making, I'm trying to send messages. I'm trying to do things. I'm trying to give people what they need. It's the only reason we get Mike back. Come on, I never heard a louder cry for anything. You can call it some Antichrist prophecy about resurrecting the dead. But they got what they wanted. And it's going to happen every time. Under my, I don't even want to say my rule, under my ruler. Feel me? When I say the golden ruler, it's not what you think. I mean a ruler like a measuring tool. You don't see me with a scepter in my hand, you see me carrying a ruler. And it's for a reason. It'll all come clear to you, all the characters and what target group they were designed to get to, so you won't be crying saying, hey, he can't be a porn star and have the #1 children's show too and be an influence over my team. None of those are me. You don't get mad at actors for the role they played in a movie. We saw how bad that got with Roots. Chuck Connery was not done. I'm sorry, my bad, wrong name. Okay, but Connors. All right, now look. And that's been smoothed over and dealt with. We don't react like that to people who play role in the movies. Or Monique would have got killed, okay? She would have got killed after Precious on the street. But people were able to reach in their mind and say, that's not really her. She's just playing a role. Or everything you see me doing, if you see it, I'm playing a role. And no, it's not phony. Understand your world. How you act, how you behave. You know that concept, how you behave, how a person behaves? The act is the same acting as on TV. Inside your head, it's a chosen behavior based on the audience that you're playing to. You act one way in front of your grandparents, one way in front of your children, one way in front of your peers, schoolmates, church people, or whatever. You have all these acts you play, and they're all different people. You turn it on and off. So don't call someone else phony because you see that they're playing a role right now. Let them play their role. What's your problem with it? Then play the. If they're playing the role towards you, then deal with it your way. But don't say, hey, you're acting, because you all are acting. We all are acting. Or else you aren't doing anything. You're just sitting there stagnant, dying. Acting as in act, shun. You gotta have action and move. You get caught up on concepts and people tell you negative concepts. Oh, they're fake. No, there's no such thing as a fake person. I'm pretty sure they're all made out of real matter. Okay? Okay? There are no fake people. Okay? They are. What's fake is your thoughts. They're not real. They're imaginary. That's what you're trying to say the person is when you call them fake. There's almost no such thing as fake. Okay? Because there's really no authentic, no original. Okay? That's a different note, different things. We're getting way off of this. I just simply thought I'd take time to explain to you about stop clocking my pockets. Stop worrying about how much money I got and where, and then concentrate on the things that we are doing. Understand the levels of information and how it's given. You don't need to know about some of these deals. You needed to know about the glitch, and you need to know about the Terminator, and you need, because there may be pieces for you to buy for your device at home. So all the big tech boys are like, oh my God, we're done. But they're not, because here I come to save the day once again. All right? The right algorithms, the right programs, the right technology. And to my actual clients that I referred to, no names were mentioned. Everyone knows the truth. They'll never be able to tell the difference. They don't know how smart anyone is now. Like I said, people have went through a great lengths to prevent this. Save your country, save your company, save your land, save your people, save your mind. Find out what was done to you, done to yours, and how to undo it and prevent these catastrophes even if the other guy doesn't. Have a legacy to leave. There is no greater one than this. Our leader was a great leader. He saved us all. They don't even have to know my name or what I had to do with it. This will imply something, but they can never prove it. To be like, yeah, I studied it. They will never know what I meant by us doing business or what form it took. And they will never witness it, and it will never leak. So, what money isn't real. It's a made up fictional thing that only exists because we agree that it does. We agree that that paper has value, that that rock has value. Should we choose not for it to have value, you can no longer get my corn, my apples, my goods, my craftsmanship, for your worthless paper. This is coming. I need to prepare your mind and your system to deal with this or to avoid this and keep it from reaching you. This is no joke. This is not some cute internet post. We can call it real business, but it's matters of life and death. Yeah, there were a few witty moments, and it's cool to be enlightened, but you know what you need to do now. So let's get on with it so I can present the formats. And companies, it is not wise for you to rush me knowing that there are those with deeper pockets than yours, wanting to be first. Get in where you fit in, or get left out the loop. Any attempts at any game pressure is an automatic no. Go to the back of the row. Now, listen to all the rest of the mental notes before you approach me, and just for your own mental health. This has been a message from the Self-Preservation Society and me. Psy, save yourself, SY. The ones. You shall be assimilated, not. Oh. And one final note. When I say this comes from the SPS or any of the SP groups, self-preservation groups, when I talk about these IPCs and these PMCs and different things, when I talk about most of these groups, know who is bringing it to you. It is coming from the servants of all. Okay? It is not a religious organization. It's what it named denotes. I don't know what religion is. Some more recrap. Okay? You have to look up and define religion to see what religion is. Okay? I haven't done that yet. But maybe by the next time I speak to you, I will. Can't do everything. I do like my teacher taught me. I'm going to give you enough to make you hungry enough to go get it yourself. To go in the kitchen and fix your own food. I might even eat in front of you to get you to do it. But I'm going to inspire you to do it yourself. The servants of all. You know what all is, right? The thing that you mistakenly call God, nature, and many other names. That everything can fit into. So if you come in with these religions and different things and it does not explain everything, it does not cover everything, and everything can't fit into it or be explained away by it or contained in it, it's a fraud. It's someone's version of the truth, someone's hopeful, wishful thoughts. It's philosophy. And for those of you who don't know, philosophy is not fact. Philosophy is someone's opinion. It doesn't have to be based on any facts at all. Remember that when they use that word. Because it denotes some type of authority, but philosophy is just one person's opinion. And we know about opinions, right? Opinions have no bearing on is. Is. Is, regardless of anyone's opinion. Set a rock in the middle of the room. Put as many people around as you want. Let them all voice their opinion about that rock. See if the rock moves. See if it changes color. See if it changes temperature. See if it affects that rock at all. So in a conversation about what is, what you mistakenly call reality, people can keep their opinions to themselves. And their other whole too. because what's coming out of them both stinks. Go outside and do that. Go in the bathroom. Have your opinion with the person in the mirror. That's where you take your dump at. Okay? Keep your opinion out of the conversations about what is so-called reality, because it's based on only what is, not how you feel about what is, what you think is, and what such and such said it is, or what you read it is. Only what is, and it needs no explanation. Is needs no explanation. It's self-explanatory. It is what it is. It is how it is, and so on. And it is when it is. So, the purpose of sticking that in after the note was over is so when you come forth with this information after you get it down, you're going to meet with people who attempt to argue with you. That is the shutdown. They're going to come with their opinions and views. All of them are irrelevant because we are only concerned here with what is. And if you can't speak on that or add to that or relate that, you need to leave, shut up, or learn. Stop them from arguing. Who else could do that but one of the ones? Read every note. It's ammunition. It's medicine. It's it is what it is.